from working my overnight shift, and I'm back at the house and said, you know what? I can either go to bed or I can just show the results, get that over with, then go to bed because we got a noon game today. So if I go to sleep, I'm probably going to sleep through the noon game. So I said, you know what? It's very important that I get this information out and get it over with, reveal the pick results, and go from there. So the Texans just straight dominance in that second half. Justin Herbert threw 4 interceptions, which was the most picks that he threw in one game than in his season in totality. Hats off to the defense for not letting up and forcing the 3 and outs. You know, yes, the game started off kind of slow at first, and Chargers jumped right off the bat and kicked 2 field goals and took a 6-0 lead. And I said, you know what, Chargers might end up getting away with this here, but hats off to the defense, our red zone defense, for not allowing the touchdowns and forcing them to field goals. And then after that, we ended up scoring a touchdown with my boy Nico Collins just right before the halftime, forcing a 3-and-out on Justin Herbert, and then getting the ball back and that excellent run by C.J. Stroud to get the big first down right before the half and then kick the field goal, and giving us the 10-6 lead. So I'm like, okay, that's perfect. Texans start off with the ball. The second half, of course, we didn't get anywhere on that. And that's just where the troubles for the Chargers kind of began. They were committing turnovers, throwing interceptions. We were getting some quarterback sacks on Justin Herbert. And, again, we were able to put pressure on him, And that was one of the beauty things about the second half. It's like the defense just came together. The defense deserves the game ball, in my opinion. Now, give credit to the Chargers. Their defense played phenomenal for a majority of the first half. Most of it, except for the last maybe couple of minutes. But, Justin Herbert does end up getting a touchdown for the Chargers on a like 70-yard pass or whatever. And then we end up blocking the extra point, returning it, and getting 2 points. Nonetheless, the Texans were up 25-12. I just knew the game was over from there. We're converting on first downs with Joe Mixon. They just couldn't stop the Texans on that final drive. I think that we just had the Chargers mentally beat, And that final drive with Joe Mixon touchdown was the seal of the faith right there, and took the 32-12. I did not think the Texans were going to win 32-12. I thought the game was going to be a lot closer. But nonetheless, we got the win, and it's a good feeling. And like I said, my Longhorns are out. Still got the chain on. Still repping them with the chain. And, Texans got a win on Saturday, so it's a good feeling, right? Good feeling. We have now officially won our 6th wildcard game all time. And so we are 0-5 in divisional play. If not won a divisional game, we're 0-5 in divisional round. This is our Achilles heel. Can the Texans finally get over the hump and win a divisional game and go to its first ever AFC Championship game, which we have never experienced that as a Texan fan? So this would be an opportunity for us, but the question is, who does Houston play next week? We got choices depending on who wins out of Denver and Buffalo today. If Buffalo wins, I think we go to Kansas City. Because then Baltimore will go at Buffalo, Houston goes to Kansas City. If the Bills win, which they looks like they probably are. If Denver sneaks in and wins, Denver goes to Kansas City, Houston goes to Baltimore. So we're either going at Ravens or at Chiefs. Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the turn of event. Can Denver pull the upset off in Buffalo is going to be the biggest question there. Are there going to be any upsets in the wild card round, right? Everybody's wondering, are there some road teams that are to win? The Ravens stomped a mud hole in the Steelers' asses, by the way. No offense to Steelers fans watching. But Derrick Henry ran all over your defense. In fact, he had, 245 yards. Straight dominance for a running back. I mean, that Ravens team is scary. And now in the playoffs, you got Lamar Jackson and you got a combination of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. This is a 1-2 punch. And I think the Ravens are going to be a very big threat in the playoffs, and they could make a deep threat. And they're going to be an underdog going into next week. So if you're Baltimore, you're probably going to be cheering for the Broncos to win, so you can host us. And the Ravens have beaten us twice in divisional play. Kansas City has beaten us once. So yeah, with that being said, it's going to be tough matchup. 1 second, guys. Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, I mean, Kansas City Chiefs got a good team. I mean, they're still the defending champs. They're on pace for winning 3 in a row, and no NFL team's ever done that. So if the Kansas City Chiefs get that this, it's hard enough to be consistent in the NFL. It's hard enough winning one, then you win two, and everyone's like, okay, that's the max, right? And Chiefs win three. That's even going to be a milestone right there. You know what I'm saying? People ask me who would you rather play in the second round. I think it doesn't matter. We've lost to Kansas City, we've lost at Baltimore twice. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's like kind of pick your poison. We're gonna end up seeing one of them. It's irrelevant. We're gonna see one of them, so it doesn't matter, right? So, with that being said, um, again, the Longhorns lost. It was definitely a stinger. I wanted to win, didn't get the win. It's life. That's if the Texans can win tomorrow, that'd be great. And I really didn't think we were gonna beat the Chargers. I thought they were gonna. I thought they were gonna beat us. They were already a 3.5 point favor in Vegas odds, and I said, yeah, they'll probably win by just about. Sounds about right about that field goal. I said, you're looking at maybe 3 point game. Not going to be, both these teams are evenly matched, and man, that Texan defense just exploded in the second half, and Justin Herbert was just throwing picks like there was no tomorrow. I think 4 interceptions for the game. Wow, that's just, I feel bad for Chargers fans. You're going into year 6 of Justin Herbert, and he doesn't have any weapons really. He doesn't really have any receivers. To be honest with you, you lose Williams, you lose Keenan Allen. Top 2 premier receivers due to age and injury proneness and all that. And now you have to kind of start all over with Jim Harbaugh. And and he did a good job of taking this team to the playoffs. So he did a wonderful job. With that being said, respectfully, um, I think Jim Harbaugh's got him in the right position. His first year takes the Chargers to the playoffs. So you never know what plans are in store for the Chargers for next year. But yeah, hats off. This is our 13th, or our 12th playoff game. We're 6 and 7, so 13. We have 13 total playoff games. Next week's gonna be 14. So, and like I said, we're 0-5 in division play. So there's our we're at a roadblock, and are we finally gonna jump over? It's gonna be the question. This is gonna be a tough task. Whether it's at Kansas City or Baltimore, whoever we play doesn't matter to me. It's gonna be tough, and even Buffalo, with respect, is different style of play than they were when they played us early in the year when we beat them. I think playing Buffalo now would be a tough task. I think either way who we play down the road is going to be tough. Um, to me personally, I would rather play against Kansas City. If we can't beat the best team in the league, fuck it. I just say throw it all out there and whatever happens, happens. The Kansas City Chiefs. I kind of want my rematch from the 28-0 lead that we blew. I just said, fuck it. If we lose this playoff game, then we deserve it. And Kansas City beat y'all in a wild card game. Don't remind me, bro. That was 2016. Bringing up old shit. That was 30-0. Yeah, we did lose that game. But I was talking about divisional round, not all time. But we did lose to Kansas City in the wild cards. Technically, there were 0-2 against them in playoff play. So either way, no matter we're at Baltimore, we go at Kansas City, the road's still going to be tough, no matter what. So it's going to be tough. Probably one and done at Duke. Think so? You think he's one and done? My bad. Anyways, my voice is a little scratchy. Like I said, when you stay up all night, man, and you gotta work at night, it kind of throws you off your sleep schedule. So, you know, as long as I get 5 6 hours of sleep, I'm good. Beck went to Miami. I heard he transferred from Georgia to Miami. This is going to be an interesting football season next year for college football. I can't wait for college football to start back up. All right. So with that being said, Texans dominated 32-12. I mean, couldn't be more happier. We got a tough task next week. It don't matter. Kansas City, Baltimore, it is what it is. We're going to have a tough opponent no matter who we play. So I really don't care, to be honest with you. I mean, if I had it my way, I want my rematch against Kansas City. But it don't matter at this point. Whoever we play. Just tell us who wins. Don't matter. If you're Baltimore, you want Denver to win so you can host us. Absolutely. So that being said, my NFL Pick'em League is now dwindling down to 68 players left. We once started with 112. We went through 4 playoff rounds. 3 in the last 3 weeks of the NFL and 1 in the wild card Saturday. I'll kind of explain to y'all how the playoffs works. The regular season is just picks. You pick the winners, parlay, and then the playoffs is a little bit different. Same analogy, but slightly bit of a difference. But we're going to go ahead and show the results. And then we'll go from there. So, yes, I use Microsoft Excel. So sue me. It's old, It's a best of 3 in each round. And we're down to, this was the wild card Saturday. So some people swept 3-1, some won 2-1. The main attraction is the lowest number on the board at 82 out of 112. So he's officially the lowest seed remaining. And I lost 2 games to 1. And then Kenneth beat Freddie. Simus defeated Eagles for Life. Sorry, 2 different people. Travis defeated JoJo. Pedro defeated Michael Liss. James, a.k.a. JL103, defeated Ashkin. Steel J defeated Byron the Pats fan. Melantis defeated Devers. Corbett swept Reese 3-0. And Austin beat Nancy 2-1. So these are now the newest matchups. So then I'm going to reveal who picked who. So you're going to know who has what teams. The blue seeds are all the higher seeds. The red seeds are all the lower seeds. And they're matched up across like this. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So these are the matchups for today. Officially. Best of 3, by the way. So we're going to eliminate 20 more people. Then we're going to go into the following round. Divisional round Saturday, January 18th. And the Monday Night Football game will be part of it, making it a best of 3. So all the people that are waiting here have had a bye so far to this point. So, and then, of course, the top 8 in the Pick'em League. And the number to the right of their name is the number of wins they got from their picks throughout the regular season. The best record is 200. So that's the best record. The highest we've ever had, by the way. So, with that being said, we're going to dwindle down the numbers. We have gone through officially 4 rounds. This is round 5 today. We're going to eliminate 20 people. We're going to go from 68 to 48 after tonight's over. So we'll have 48 people left. So we're going to go by who picked who. So everyone's going to know, well, who picked what teams. All right. We'll go and reveal them. So I'll go over mine first. And this is, I picked the Longhorns over to OSU, so I lost that game. Then I backdoored picked the Texans, so I went 1-1, and then my opponent backdoored and picked Baltimore, giving me Pittsburgh. So therefore, he won 2, I lost 1, so he took 2 out of 3. And it's pretty self-explanatory. The higher seeds can pick 2 of the 3 games in any of the 2 games. Whatever team you pick, your opponent gets the opposing, and then your opponent picks the game left over that you leave them. And it's the same process. They pick who they want. You get the leftover team. You each get 3 teams. Best of 3 wins. That's pretty much self-explanatory in regards to these picks. Now, one thing to know is no one picked Pittsburgh. So when the pick was given, Ravens and Steelers, out of the 12 matchups, all 12 people who were given that game did not pick the Steelers. They all picked the Ravens. So pretty much right across the board, everybody was picking Baltimore for when they were given the pick, when the pick was left for them to pick, or they used one of their 2 picks to use it on that game. Texans, Chargers went down split. 6 people picked the Texans, 6 picked the Chargers when the pick was presented to them. Texas and OSU. 8 out of the 12 picked OSU, while 4 picked Texas. So it's almost like everyone knew the Steelers were going to lose, according to the votes. Now, the games for today. There's 3. Denver at Buffalo. Green Bay at Philly. Washington at Tampa Bay. In that order. Noon, 3:30, 7:30. Those are games. Now, the interesting part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people out of 20 picked Buffalo Eagles right off the bat. The higher seeds, just with their first 2 picks, 15 out of 20 picked Philly, Buffalo in that order, and given their opponent Green Bay and Denver. That was the vast majority, 75% of the board. So the remaining 5 picked Buffalo, Washington was 1. I'm trying to see who else. Buffalo, Tampa Bay. So that means Washington, Tampa Bay were both picked by a higher seed. Buffalo, Tampa Bay again. Philly, Tampa Bay. Buffalo, Washington. So that means every person on this board that was a higher seed, which there's 20 people, by the way, that are higher seeds, they all picked Buffalo, except 1. They gave that Buffalo pick to their opponent, and only 1 person did that. That was New York Joe. He picked Philly, Tampa Bay. So, that 19 out of 20 people picked Buffalo as one of their 2 picks. The Eagles were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 15 people picked Buffalo. I mean, the Eagles out of 20. So that means 5 of them were given the Eagles as one of their picks with a lower seed. 5 people picked the Tampa Bay Washington game as one of their 2 picks. And of those 5, 4 of them picked the Bucks, while one of them picked Washington, which was Shirley. She got Buffalo, Washington. So that means vast majority of people that were higher seeds given the picks were picking Bills, Eagles right off the bat. And they were staying far away from that Tampa Bay Washington game. Now, let's see who picked the majority of Washington, Tampa Bay, given their opponents those picks, which were 15 people. You got 1 Washington, 2 Washington, 3 Washington, 4 Washington. You got 5 Washington, 6, 7. I'm looking. 8. So 8 out of 15 picked the Commanders. 7 picked the Bucks. So that's split 50-50. I can see, based on these stats, that people are a little bit weary about that game. It can go 50-50. But 75% of the board feel strongly about the Eagles and Bills being their number 1 and 2 picks. Now, the Green Bay-Philly matchup, how many people picked the Packers when given the pick? 1. 1. That's it. So only 1 person picked the Packers, which means when that game is picked out of 20 times, regardless of the higher seed or lower seed was given them, Eagles were picked every time but once. Buffalo was picked Every time. All 20 people involved in that picked the Bills. So no one picked Denver. They were just given Denver because the other person didn't want them. And Packers was picked one time. Give a shout out to the Roachlope for picking them. Tampa Bay, Washington split down the middle. That game is the game, and that game was the most avoidable game. 15 out of 20 people said they don't even want to touch that game. They used their 2 picks on the Bills-Eagles game. So that's sort of little stats for you. And in the last round, Steelers were never picked. They were not picked at all. All 12 people picked the Ravens. Yep. OSU and Texas went OSU 8, Texas 4. Houston and Chargers. Let's see how many times picked Houston. 1. Let's see. 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. I'm looking. 4. Wow. Surprisingly, only 4 people out of the 12 picked Houston. The other 8 picked the Chargers. So that game, majority picked the losing team. Okay. Well, I can see why people gamble with the Chargers. They were 3.5-point favor. Yeah. So there's a little stats for you. These are the stats going into today. What's going on? Anyways, we got the picks out the way. We're in round 2. Denver Buffalo's at noon. I'm out. I'm eliminated. So I would pick Bills. If the 2 picks were left up to me, I'd go probably Buffalo, Philly to keep it safe. Just to play it safe. So I can see why people are not trying to gamble on that. Picking Denver, and Green Bay could go in Philly and win that game. That's a 50-50 game, too. Washington, Tampa Bay is a 50-50. I can see why people pick Buffalo over Denver. Buffalo's highly favored in that game. So, like I said, any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. And so, we're down to 68. We'll be down to 48 after tonight. And we will start the next round tomorrow. And all the higher seeds will be let know. They will pick 2 out of 3 for Monday's game, Vikings, Rams, and the 2 games played Saturday. So they can either, push the Vikings game to their opponent, and they can pick the 2 Saturday games, or if they feel strongly about who they know is going to win, they can use one of their 2 picks on that game. So it just depends on, what they want to do. And that's going to be the decision to make for how many people? 20. So we're going to go from 68 to 48 after tonight. We're going to go from 48 to 28 after Saturday night. Wow. We started this Pick'em League 112 people. Boy, how the numbers are dwindling. And after Sunday, we're going to go from 28 to 14. Wow. The numbers go down, down, and down. So many rounds. We're barely in now. Appears to be round 5 today. Round 6, round 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 rounds. Holy shit. It's a lot of rounds. A lot of rounds, and only one person is going to win. We're down to 68 to go. One of you are going to win the whole thing. And add your name to the list of champions. You will be crowned champion out of all remaining. So I'm going to predict my winners for today. I got Bills over the Broncos. No brainer. Eagles, Packers, Eagles, Packers, Eagles, Packers. I'll go with the Eagles over Green Bay. I mean, that game can go either way. Washington at Tampa Bay. Now that one's a little tricky. Baker Mayfield. Daniels. Let's see. Who should I go for? Man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Washington on the road. I think Washington gets the win. Give me the Commanders to win on the road. And after the Bills Broncos game, we're gonna know who we're playing. So I can't wait, man. I'm excited. You know, we survive one more week. Whether it's KC or Baltimore, I really don't give a shit. I'll take whoever. You know, because at the end of the day, fuck it. We've lost to both of these teams in the playoffs. So both teams are talented, up and down. Doesn't matter. I'll take either or. Buffalo or fucking Baltimore, KC don't matter to me. I'll take either or. But of course, you know, I project Buffalo will win today, so we'll probably play Kansas City. That's what it looks like. Chiefs. You know, and we lost to them earlier in the season, so hopefully, you know, we'll come with a game plan, and you know, we'll see. This is going to be a tough road. This is going to be a tough road, man. Tough road in the playoffs. You know, we're going to be down to the final. You know, down to the final. What, 8 teams left? One of 8 teams left in the league. It's tough. Who do you got winning Notre Dame, Ohio State? Bro, that's a tough one. That game's not till the 20th. That's going to be a tough one. I couldn't tell you, bro. That game's evenly matched. Don't be surprised if that Notre Dame, Ohio State goes overtime. Dude, that's going to be a damn good game, bro. 2 of the best teams in the college football playoff bracket. Man, it's going to be amazing, bro. You know. Oh, I would love the Texans to go in and get the win. Hell yeah, I want us to win a Super Bowl. We still got a chance. You're saying there's a chance. Maybe a small chance. But there's still a chance, nonetheless, that we come out and win this game. Did you go to Bogies? Hell yeah. Yeah, I went to Bogies to watch the game. I had an amazing time, boneless wings, and hung out with some people there, man. I just had a good time, man. But yeah, nonetheless, I just wanted to show everybody these picks, get them out the way, get them over with, you know. And I'm looking forward to next week. No matter who we play, we got to be ready. I have 23 people watching this. Show me some love and give me some likes. I'm not asking for a subscription. I'm just asking you to like the video. That's all I'm asking. I appreciate y'all for watching my shit. But I got to take a nap or I got to go to sleep because I work nights. So when it's sunshine for you guys, you get to be up. I have to be sleeping like an owl. Like a night or a vampire. I sleep like a fucking vampire. Can you believe that? I gotta sleep like a vampire now because the fact that I work the night shift. Anybody who works the night shift, you know what I'm talking about. Guard of Legends, what's up? What's up? Are those fires in California still ongoing? Probably. I heard the death toll was 16, man. Rest in peace to those people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a tragic event. All the insurance companies pulled out like a month before that shit went down. That's you know, anytime you hear stories about people suffering, you know, I have a heart. I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Even though we live in a society where like kick each other down and shit, you know, I read the nasty comments that people were leaving them, like they deserve it, burn in hell, blah 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 blah. You know, it's the same thing that happens around the world. You know, not to say that's not important, but it's fucked up. You know, people say ugly things in the comment section about people losing their homes or losing their lives, whether it's here or in other places. You know, comments section can be very ugly. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the name of the game. It's the internet. You know, it's the nature of the beast. You know, this just comes with the territory. You know, this when you're online and you're reading these hateful comments, you're just like, wow, like damn, you got all that energy for that, bro. Wishing people, to burn their house and lose their lives and laughing and putting laughing emojis and stuff. That's just, I don't know how y'all sleep with yourselves at night. But that's on y'all. Me, I have compassion. There's this thing called common courtesy, which a lot of people nowadays do not have. And regardless of whether you vote red, blue, orange, it's all bullshit anyway. I'm just saying that you still have a heart for people. People lost their lives and shit during that tragedy, man. It's with all the other crime that's going around the world. You have to have a little bit of compassion for people. You know, where's your compassion for people? I don't know. That's just how humans are, I guess. You know, maybe I'm from another planet. I don't know. I think I'm from another planet. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to ears, deaf ears at this point. No one cares to listen to what I have to say. I've already made it clear. Y'all don't care what I have to say. Ah, that's okay. That's all right. May we live to see another video. I'll probably stream again. Probably. Well, I have to do it now for the Pick'em League, so I'll probably be here tomorrow morning. Probably do this all over again with the updates of round 2 and round 3 and go through the names and who picked what and pull up the statistics. Make this fun, exciting. And after that, then it'll be Monday. Oh, yeah, it'll be Monday. Vikings, Rams. Who do you got? Oh, I got the Rams. I like the Vikings, don't get me wrong. But I think the Rams, man, they're playing good. They're like playing good football at the right time. And you never know, the Rams could go on actually and pull some upsets. They could run the table. They got the squad, you know, the LA Rams. You know? But anyways, I gotta go to bed. God, look at the time. It's late. It is 8 o'clock. I gotta get some sleep. So I'm gonna sleep for like 6 hours. And I will see you guys later.